Hello everyone, welcome to Alphawisdom. I'm Mystic Cassandria. This week we will be talking about the line of Saturn. That is the same as the fate line or the career line. Now there are many characteristics on the hand that offer important guidelines to your career life. Nevertheless, the lines on the palm offer details that would lead you to fulfillment and, you might say, your heart's desire. What career is the best for you based on the lines, or how is that career going with you? Are you happy with it or are you unhappy? Okay, there's a lot to say. I know we've covered the fate line or the line of Saturn before, but from this point on, when we recheck something else and I give you more information, we're going into the details. So since there's so much to cover, we will get started right now. Now on your screen, you can see that the line of Saturn does have other names. When it was introduced to you, it was called the fate line or career line. But it can also be called, in addition to the line of Saturn, because the line goes up to the Saturn finger or the Saturn mount, then the correct name is line of Saturn. But it's okay to say fate line. It's okay to say career line. It's okay to say the line of life task. Now, are you feeling fulfilled in your career? Well, the lines in your palm have the most direct bearing on your career. All right, we're looking at an illustration, one of many we will see, of the hand and the lines on the hand. And they're named for you if you're new to this channel. Fate line is going straight up to the middle finger, which is called the line of Saturn. The heart line is in red. The head line is green. And the lifeline wraps around the thumb ball. That's in blue. Okay? So a little more information. When the line is weak, a person would probably not be suited for work that is physically challenging. An individual with a straight headline, as you see there, that does not have a curve, that headline is going straight toward the lunar mount, would likely excel in a job where a realistic, practical approach to problems is required. Because when the line is going straight, the person is interested more in facts, figures, the truth, not I think this is right, or I feel this right, or my intuition says this may be right. They don't work that way. So we think of that as a practical approach, using facts and figures to determine the answer. The line of Saturn, also known as these other names, as I told you, reveals the degree the individual is fulfilling his or her life task. The stronger and clearer this line, the more content we are, or rather content we are with the direction of our life. You're satisfied. So if one is unhappy with their vocation, the line will probably be weak and fragmented, even if others regard them as a success. In the same way, a person who cleans an executive's office every evening and is happy performing this work will probably have a Saturn line that is strong and clearly marked because they are happy. They feel fulfilled in what they are doing. Okay? Now, the line of Saturn normally looks like this. It starts in the center here, and it continues up to this area right here. This is Saturn. Below Saturn, this little flesh here is the mount of Saturn. There are mounts under all the fingers. They take their name from the finger's name. So this is Saturn finger. This is Saturn mount. This is the line of Saturn, all right? And it sits between the thumb ball, which is the mount of Venus, and the lunar area. This area here is the mount of Luna. Luna means moon. So if you say the mount of the moon, that's okay, but we use the word Luna more so than moon. And moves up toward the Saturn finger. A line like this one indicates that the owner of this line, the person who has this line, has known their life path since the early teen years when they first started. Okay? The line continues to be strong. There's no weakness in this line. The line continues strong as the person moves on in his or her life. The later the Saturn line begins on the hand, the later in life the person will find his or her true vocation. So it's starting way here, early teens, and it continues on. They know what they want to do, and they continue. The line doesn't weaken. The line seems to get a little stronger, and it's going up to here. It could continue on. This is just an example of how it could look. Okay, so I hope we're clear there. Now let's go on to our many examples of when that line changes. How does a career for you change? Okay, here we have when the Saturn line runs together. You see, this is connected to the lifeline. It's touching it. They're moving together before it moves on its own, all right? When it's like this, it is often difficult to establish oneself in a career. Why? Because they are so connected to this one, and this has to do with the family. Could be working for the family, could be financed by the family, something of that sort. There is a strong connection. This may be due to pressures or expectations from one's parents. Okay? So that's one. So if you have that, I hope you're looking at your hands as you're watching this so you can see a connection somehow, or at least you'll know. All right, here's an example at the face line inside the lifeline. Here's the lifeline. And this is to remind these other lines. This is the fate line. It starts inside on the thumb ball. When this happens, the influence from the parents is especially strong. They are in control. And so much here that is still influencing them, but they're heading to success. All right, so that can happen. Let's move on to another one. All right, here's the fate line, and it's in the lunar mount area. See this fleshy part here? That's the lunar, moon, life, head, okay? And before we get to this one, let's find out what this means. When the line begins in the mount of Luna, a person's life path will be extremely varied, meaning a variety of things they're interested in, carrying the potential for several careers and frequent relocations. It could also reveal a profession that is in the public eye. This line is over in this area is always associated with service work. It's certainly work that they have made the decision to do. This is the person's decision, okay? As long as that line is clear, well-defined, they're doing fine. And the final thing for the lesson today is this sign here at the top. This is called a trident. It's always good when you have a trident. That's a good sign. And what does it mean? Success and good fortune. Success and good fortune. So that's where we are. We end now. We will continue with our discussion of the Saturn line of Saturn. I hope you like this lesson. It's exciting. It tells you about how you're doing and how you can be helped or just being aware. Well, give a thumbs up if you liked it, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, love and light. And of course, bye.